guys, welcome to another edition of the Rangman Show. We've been a little away over the last few months. My health hasn't been great, but we are back. We're back with Amruta Khare, who's been on the channel earlier. She's come for two podcasts on WWE itself. She's a brilliant wrestling observer. She does marketing and finance, which is very interesting. She's a brand manager in one of the leading finance companies, but that keeping that aside, we are here to understand and to absorb and to appreciate her wrestling knowledge, a wrestling know, and a wrestling aptitude. Welcome, Amruta. Welcome to the Rangman Show.
Thanks, Rana. It's been a long time since we also chatted. So
I've
it's it's
become
it's
old, I've
great
lost
coming back.
hair, and I've become diabetic, not diabetic, I've become a BP patient.
Border borderline.
Chalo, Amrita, so it's WrestleMania season, the biggest time in the year when it comes to
Yeah,
wrestling fans. WrestleMania 42 is coming in a week's time. How excited are you?
I am very excited. I get 2 days off. That's when I've told my husband, you have to take care of our daughter. I have a very tiny daughter, so the daughter
Hmm.
will be passed on to him, and I will be on Netflix streaming it live.
Very
So
nice.
those are my grand plans for the 2 days.
तो आपका 16 time 17 time world champion, the goat of wrestling, or one of the goats of wrestling,
One of
he
the
is
goats,
hosting the
yes.
show. John Cena. So what do you have to say
Cena,
about?
yeah. I think it's a testament to his career. I mean, he had to be back to the end was pretty anticlimactic with the last match, so he needed that, a send off, a nice thank you from the fans, and it's a nice full stop to the story. It's nice way of giving him a nice goodbye.
But do
That's
you
about
think
it from
he's
my
just
end.
hosting the show, or would you anticipate that कुछ
Uh,
in ring action होने वाला है?
nothing, he'll just host and go, because I think he was pretty clear that I won't come back to wrestling. So we leave it at that. That is my prediction, but you never say never with these people.
And this is the first WrestleMania without the Immortal One, the great late Hulk Hogan. He passed away
In,
last year, so it's
in
going to
last year,
be
yes.
rather tough to not see him around. But so, what are your 2 cents on that?
It, it, it was funny because he was not actually wrestling in those last few WrestleManias, but he was always
But
around.
his presence,
So
his aura was something, no?
something, yeah. Even if he wasn't there, he was there. You know what I mean? It's like
True.
that.
And obviously, you'll have Taker do something. You'll have Shawn Michaels do something. I'm sure Triple H, Stephanie, they'll all do something. Legends भी वापस आएंगे. So all that will happen. Those
There's Hall of
shenanigans will
Fame
be
as
there.
well.
There's Hall of Fame, yeah. So, but now let's get into the match card of WrestleMania. पहले मैच कार्ड से पहले तो हमें ये समझना चाहिए कि what are your WrestleMania moments? Sorry, I completely forgot. What has inspired you that you're like so much in love with wrestling and with WrestleMania particularly?
So I'm a hardcore Taker fan because, well, he's
Oh,
amazing.
we've done a
But
podcast on Undertaker. I mean, उससे बड़ा
on
fan
Taker
क्या हो
only,
सकता
yeah,
है?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Taker defines my childhood. That's how I put it. So there are two matches, which WrestleMania matches,
He
which I'm
marks your love for
particularly.
wrestling. Huh?
Yes, he is my love, not anything
No,
else.
Mark like Mark Calloway, he marks your love for wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that late. Sorry, mom brain. So the first one is actually a very underrated WrestleMania match, which is Edge versus Undertaker 2008. I think if I'm not wrong, Edge was the champion then, and Taker was going on his amazing streak. So that back then it was 16-0, 15-0,
Hmm.
and this match cemented it into a 16-0.
Hmm.
That match was amazing. I mean, it was not the best on the match card. It was not the best match on the time card that day, but you had to be there to feel the energy. And back then, maybe way back in 2008, I'm not sure how big wrestling was globally. It was still big, but today it's gone 10 folds. I mean, doing shows around the globe, you have France and whatever, Australia and UK. Back then, it was pretty. These pay-per-view events were amazing. So Taker versus Edge. every move was calculated, Edge at its peak, like Taker trying to cement his legacy. So it was the aura as well as the wrestling moves. They were amazing in ring. You had your typical two people trying to help out the bad guy, and Taker being Taker, just all good back then, just winning it all. That was nice. And the second one, which just it still moves me to tears, is uh, the third one in the series of Shawn Michaels versus Taker, then Triple H versus Taker matches. Uh, if I'm not wrong, it's WrestleMania 28. The first Triple H versus Taker match, not the
Not the
seven
Attitude Era
WrestleMania
one,
7 one.
the
Yeah, no,
epic
the
four-match
later
series
one.
of Undertaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure people. I'm sure people must like the end of the era match more in comparison, but I
Hmm.
feel that the build up to that, the Taker versus Triple H, no holds barred. It was not special in any case. It was just a singles match, uh, maybe 15-20 minute time slot, normal entrances, nothing fancy about it, but just the raw energy that they both had. I mean, um, because both of them by then had matured enough to know what suits their body, what doesn't, how they would react to certain kind of situation, the audience, the aura, the refereeing, everything just it was smooth. And surprisingly, that in particularly in that match, you had the winner carried out on a stretcher, and the loser walked back to the backstage. So I mean, it was fun. You never expect that.
Hmm.
And later on, I think a few months down the lane, they had these small interviews with other people, Batista, John Cena, and all of them, Rawlings, and saying that this is the match that one needs to study for professional wrestling. The promos, the cuts, everything, right down to their stares. It was pitch perfect. So
Right.
these two are my favorites.
Hmm. Yeah, man, that takes me down memory lane. I think it was a brilliant match. And both the gentlemen were in their 40s that time, and to pull off something like this was really awesome. But coming to now WrestleMania 42, so on what do you think first before we get into the matches? What do you think about these two-night WrestleManias, or perhaps even SummerSlam has become 2 nights now? I
Oh,
think
nice.
WrestleMania over the last 3-4 years से ऐसा चल रहा है. तो ये आपको अच्छा लगता है in terms of having it for 2 nights, or are you one of those I want to watch it for 4 hours all
What is
together,
that? Yeah, yeah. I
anticipation?
was yeah. I feel you have to then it's like watching two movies. You have to prepare two climaxes. And you have to then you feel like night one climax acha, better tha, nahi tha, and then you I feel there should be one WrestleMania 4 hours. That's it.
I think climax is one, but night two का जो opening event भी होता है ना, that also becomes very, very, very important because that's how you were trying to grab the attention, keep the crescendo going, and end on a high. So that's why perhaps ये WrestleMania 42 में, if I'm not mistaken, the opening of night two, the opening
Mm.
saga is between two of the biggest giants right now in WWE. One is Oba Femi, the youngster Oba Femi, and the veteran Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar, yeah. That is
They start
something to watch.
spectacle on night.
Amazing chemistry.
क्या लगता
Yes,
है
they're the
आपको?
starting. I feel it's Lesnar's way of giving back to WWE. I think he wants to nurture new talent. And Oba Femi, my God, he's a charismatic man. He will be. I don't want to say anything else, but he will be the next big thing in the company. I feel his good moves, can talk well on the mic, and hold his horses against Brock Lesnar. What else would you want? And I
Right.
think it's the right thing for Brock to do as well. I mean, he's not in any
Yeah,
of those
it
big
gives
hype
some meaning
matches.
to him when he's at the fag end of his career. and to
Mm.
go against someone who's equal in size, equal in intensity. But the age gap between the two is like 20 years. Do you think that'll play a role in the ring?
He's still fit as fiddle, Brock Lesnar. So I think it's more of ego clash and aura clash rather than the physicality of it. I mean, he can still do the push-ups and the pull-ups, but I'm interested. Coming back to the point that you were saying that, these two nights,
Hmm.
you had Raw after Mania. That Raw meant something. That Raw also had those moments. I mean, earlier it was that you had Mania for 4 hours, all the highs, and then you were hit with another set of surprises on Raw. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
these people, now you have to night one, night two, and the Raw post Mania. You have 3 nights of way too much endorphins and dopamine. If you ask me, I just need one good night's sleep,
Oh, I'm
and
sure
it's
you'll get
it's
two good nights of sleep. Yeah, don't worry about that. But now let's get our attention to night one. So before we get into the main event of night one, what are the matches that are keeping you excited for WrestleMania
so,
night one?
so I mm, right now
I know your favorite
night one
superstar
is.
is featuring on night one. One of your
Yes.
favorite
So
superstars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Seth versus Gunther. I'm really excited about. I know even though it's not a title match or anything important, but I just love Seth Rollins as a professional wrestler. I mean, he does amazing mic work. He has good set of moves, and he can be the heel or the baby face and just work his ass off. So I am in love with that guy. Anyone after Taker, he's my guy for the newer era. And I'm pretty excited for Gunther actually. He's shown his grit. He's worked his way up. So there is that.
John Cena
Other than
is
that,
retired, AJ Styles.
he's he's done good. Let's see what is in store for him as well. So I'm excited for this match. And then you have the legacy match,
The
which
Rhodes
is
versus Orton. But
odd.
Amrita, before we get into the Rhodes versus Orton, the legacy match, so the rivalry was actually Seth Rollins versus the Vision. And now with Gunther coming into the equation, and if you remember the last Raw, Paul
Hmm.
Heyman thanked him for saving Paul Heyman from the curb stop. And Gunther said that your thank you, the thing that you need to reciprocate it with is going to be a very big
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So, what do you think? I mean, why is Gunther into the equation? Is it purely because Seth Rollins needs a worthy opponent and Gunther is the one to take that right now? Or do you
Yeah,
think a
because
larger feud is going to happen post Mania also?
no. I think the creative were quite unclear on where to take the vision next. Gunther
Hmm.
was relatively free. I mean, he did not have any title on him, and he has this baggage of now being the next big guy. You have you have him perform two of the main retirements. So he has enough. I mean, built on him, and Seth is Seth. So you
Hmm.
have to give something to Seth, or else how would you justify his being in the company? You have 4 or 5
Right.
big stars. You have to play your men right. Not men per se, women as well. You would you in the near future you would see a Charlotte Flair or an Alexa Bliss doing something like this as well, wherein you don't have consequential matches, but you have good matches. You have to be on the match card on the biggest stage of all. So I feel that is why they both are there. You
Perhaps
can't act.
I would agree and disagree with you because I'm more of the guy who believes in storylines and from that classic mold of wrestling where there was always a big storyline that got into an eventual culmination of a match which kept the excitement going. versus
I think
putting something out
I
there
think you are
which
the vision. You're hoping so much for the vision. I I don't think that's the right
it's not only
approach.
about the vision or me having a vision. It's about, that keeps the interest going. And versus putting something which momentarily looks very big, but does not have a build to it. I'm not sure. You're getting the point? I'm more of the guy who wants storylines
It
rather
will
than
eventually happen.
momentary
I don't think
shenanigans.
it's I don't think that's what creative had in mind when they wrote
Perhaps,
this.
yeah. I mean, they just
But
wanted, as you said, that Gunther's free, Rollins के लिए एक worthy opposition चाहिए,
opponent
और
चाहिए.
yeah, and the match happened. But now coming to the legacy contest, so
Hmm.
Rhodes versus Orton, I think a match 20 years in the making,
Team making, yeah.
but right now it's getting too diluted. What do you have to say?
There was no need of getting people involved in it. That match in itself was sufficient. It is a night one main event worthy match on paper as well. You have Orton, who is probably the only remaining legend right now who is actively participating in
And a goat in
matches.
his own right, huh, if I may.
Yeah. He's done it all. He's done tag teams. He's done your B level title cards, and now he's had enough championships under his belt. So he's now pushing the newer talent up and doing his duty. So he already has that. Rose, on the other hand, you were pretty unclear what to give him next because he's done it all in the title run that he had with Cena, with Rollins, with Reigns, so with Rock as well. So I don't think the Pat McAfee angle was necessary. I feel it's the TKO uh, influence in the company that has led to this, but I feel it's completely unnecessary. I mean, you could have not brought in that angle, and still this match would have looked amazing. It will look amazing. I mean, eventually.
No, completely agree. But do you think that the Pat McAfee reveal is just a stepping stone to a bigger reveal in the match itself? Like there's a bigger
Mm,
heel who's
mm,
coming for Cody Rhodes, the one who's
Maybe,
made it really huge in Hollywood.
maybe, maybe. You never know with these people. I mean, what kind of
And the man who has a big influence in TKO also.
the TKO as well?
Lest we
Yes,
forget,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Do you think
It
there's something
stay
around
major.
that that's happening?
I'm quite unsure after the Travis Scott entry in
Oh,
John
that was
Cena's
a
matches.
disaster. That was a disaster. I think
Yeah, so
Cena could have turned heel just on his own, or perhaps the great one, The Rock, who we just referred to right now. He
two
could have played
yes.
a role in last year's Mania. But I think Travis Scott was, I don't know what was he doing there. And for that matter, I don't know what is Jelly Roll also doing. Are they just trying to get Pat McAfee in Orton's corner, and that's where to square that up? Jelly Roll in Rhodes' corner. I don't know what's happening. But I don't think
But
that's happening
wasn't
any further.
Jelly Roll in Orton's corner previously? Didn't
He
they
was
have
he
a
was
tag match?
when Drew McIntyre had teamed up with Logan Paul. There was a match that had happened.
So
Yeah.
that was a pretty decent match, I would say. And
हाँ मतलब TKO wants some celebrity quotient perhaps. But I think it is what it is. But what do you think? I mean, where does this match go, and does Orton get his 15?
I don't think so. I
You think Rhodes
if
is winning this?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, that's my take. But
I
we'll do
had a
predictions
contrary
later.
belief. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
predictions later. Now,
we'll do predictions later.
coming to
But
night
yeah,
two to discuss like the
yes,
bigger matches, Punk versus Reigns, which
Reigns.
it's a match what dreams are made of. It's a match from the
Yes,
inception of the Shield. The rivalry has been brewing.
it's
You
a good
perhaps have,
it's a
yeah,
good
go on.
story that you was talking about. It's a
It's
very good
100%,
story.
100%. It's like a classic champion who does everything that the company asks of him in one
Us-
corner.
of-
The tribal chief, the man. I mean, I salute him. I really like Roman Reigns. And on the other corner, there's a man who speaks his mind, who really doesn't care about the authority. And he just pulled
Yeah.
off another pipe bomb recently on Raw. If the one
Yes.
10 years back, 12 years back wasn't enough, where is this going?
It's again all all my energies are on this match because Punk being Punk, he's not lost a step in the ring. I mean athleticism wise,
And
he's
he's
still there.
47, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, and
47.
he's doing so well.
Awesome.
He's
Yeah.
he's he's doing really well. I mean, Reigns with his medical issues, still pulling it off. I mean, I would like Reigns for to put in more working hours per se, not just come in for one program and then be absent for the next 4 Mondays. But he's he's been made into Roman Reigns. There were, if I'm sure you must know this, that Reigns was not the guy that Punk was going to launch in his
Yeah.
Shield.
Yeah.
There was some other dude, but the pressure from the creative to take Reigns in, then Reigns was
Put
pushed
people
down
in
our
power.
throats.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
he was pushed down our throats for the first, I think, 2 or 3 years, where he was given the Rumble matches, the title cards, the match against Taker. There was no need, but he was given those matches. And post his, I think post COVID era, the tribal chief
Hmm.
character really suited him well. And I think that's when he came on his own. I think for me personally, I'm going to get a lot of flack from you, but I think he's a two moves guy who has some charisma to him. See, I feel if you're a two moves guy, you need to have awesome charisma. Need to have that X factor so that you can pull everything off.
So are you saying the two moves are the Superman punch and the spear?
Spear, yeah. What else? What else you tell me?
No, I agree. So the way I'm looking at this is that when or during the COVID era, post the COVID era, when Paul Heyman was by his side and he had this whole aura of the tribal chief, which make no mistake, he still does. There was a huge purpose to his relevance in the WWE. And make no
He
mistake,
was
I'm
the
not saying
face,
that his relevance is not there right now, but somewhere he seems a little lost. He comes in for those big ticket items and then he
and then
disappears. He
goes
wants to
back.
give a lot of time to his family, which is fair, which is really right. He's doing some Hollywood stuff also by the side, which is also, I mean, that's his choice. But if he does become champion, which I
Then
highly
you'll have
feel
to put in the.
he might, what
Then you'll have
happens
to put in those
next?
hours. You'll have to
Exactly.
put in those hours.
So, do we see a tribal chief 2.0? I don't know. Versus if Punk continues to be champion, where is it headed?
Eh, It's going
It's going to
great
be
for him.
interesting. I mean, I can't put my finger on is
It's.
it Punk or is it Reigns? My heart wants Reigns because I'm a huge Roman Reigns fan, but I
I
really like
know.
CM Punk also. But I
CM
want to
Punk, yeah.
see what's the future with whoever wins.
Mm,
That's going to be very
okay.
interesting.
Very interesting. Let's do predictions. I'll just
Yeah,
read them
let's do
out.
predictions. Yeah.
Night one, the first match is Vision, I Show, Speed versus the Uso and LA Knight.
Why is that match happening? I wonder why is it happening. Vision had to the decapitated Vision had to have a match with
I,
Austin Theory and Logan Paul, and the Usos weren't
yeah.
doing much. LA
And
Knight also
match
wanted to come into the
wasn't doing
equation,
much. Yeah.
get a celebrity in, and have a match.
Yeah.
But I think Usos and LA Knight for me. I think that's the way it's gonna go.
Same thing, same. I don't have much of an opinion, but yeah, that's about it. Then the second match is quite interesting. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre.
I think there is a bit of story to that because I think Jacob Fadu cost Drew McIntyre the championship against
The
Cody Rhodes,
championship, yes.
the steel cage or the Hell in a Cell match. I don't remember which one. So and the way they're beating each other, albeit in kayfabe, which looks very real. I think somewhere I feel Drew McIntyre might win, but
Oh,
at
really?
least there's something to it. Yeah.
I was going for
To
Fatu to
get
be,
his revenge on Jacob Fatu. That's the way I'm seeing it.
yeah. I wanted I predict Fatu to win just because this is like the stepping stone. He might be next in the A list category. So that's
Hmm.
my.
He's
Then
already
there
a
is a singles
A-lister,
match.
I think. Yeah,
No, I mean he's still a United States champion. I
perhaps.
don't know if
Yeah.
he's title worthy or not.
Hmm.
Then there's Stephanie versus Liv Morgan.
So I think Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble to become
But yeah,
champion
yeah,
again. So perhaps
yes.
she could win it.
Same, Liv Morgan for
Yeah,
me as well.
yeah,
She's got
yeah.
great in ring ability as well. This one is quite controversial. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, the next one on the card.
I think AJ has won a few times, right? And it's for Becky
Yes,
to win this and close the chapter. That's the way I see it.
same, same,
Yeah.
same, same, same.
Then you have the women's tag team match, right? Uh,
Full
I think
process.
yeah,
Nia Jax, Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Bailey, Lyra, and the Bella Twins. I think it's this one. It's Bella Twins for the just having a
like a good
last
send off
run.
to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So we did the tag team women's championship. I think
yeah.
grouping the Bella Twins and I would say
Yes,
uh, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Yeah.
Bliss. Yeah, the favorite match: Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Your pick?
So Seth Rollins is not at the age of getting retired, and I don't think
Hmm.
Gunther's done retiring people. But I think this is going to be a longer rivalry. I think Seth Rollins might win at Mania, and then this continues because he's going after the
Yes.
vision in a big way, and perhaps I think Paul Heyman's recruiting a new guy in the vision. Is the way I'm seeing it.
Maybe. I my pick is Seth for obvious reasons. I just want him to win. Rhodes versus Orton with McAfee in Orton's corner, the main event. Your pick?
I think it's becoming 15.
I feel it's Rhodes. I don't think Orton can handle a full schedule now. That's my take.
No, perhaps he does become champion and then Rhodes comes for his
Loses it
title
quite.
again, maybe
Yeah.
at SummerSlam or something like that.
Slammer, yeah, something
Because
like.
Orton
Okay.
just wants that 15 to his this thing and then he walks off into the sunset, is the way I see it. Night
Yeah,
two.
maybe a last match with Gunther then. Yes. Night two. First match, Oba Femi versus Lesnar.
I think it's going to be over Femi because Lesnar needs to put him over. And then
Yes,
that
same.
gives him a massive push.
Sa- Same. Same. Femi for me. Penta versus Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDowell versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio.
I don't have
This
much
is a
of an
ladder
opinion
match.
there. I think Penta
Yeah, I
retains his
think
title. Yeah. It's
same.
one of those
Uh,
inconsequential matches. Yeah.
uh, I feel this is the match for night two, if not the main one. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. It's gonna be epic.
I want Rhea Ripley to win because I think she's very deserving. But Jade Cargill is very
I feel
powerful.
Car-
So,
I feel Jade Cargill has been underutilized since she's come on board.
hmm,
So
perhaps.
I
And it
think they'll
depends on
put
who
Cargill over
WWE
and
wants to push right now. Yeah.
push, yes. And then Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the states
I think this
championship.
match was basically just set up to give Sami Zayn something to do at Mania because
Mania,
obviously
yes,
a
same.
guy of his stature and he's grown leaps and bounds recently, I think. So he had to do something and I think he retains his US
Something, yeah.
championship.
Okay.
So I like Trick Williams actually. I
And
think he's a star for the future.
it's it's it's
उसका उसका
it's a
माइक
cute
स्किल्स मेरे को
it's a
बहुत अच्छा
cute
लगता है.
7 minute filler match.
I hope Dan Housen has
He's
something to
nice on the
do.
mic.
Yeah, I hope he has something to do at WrestleMania in one of the matches.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
I am
This
just
one
glad that
is a good
Finn has
match.
become face again and he's coming in as Demon Avatar. I think he'll be all over Dominic Mysterio. So it's going to be Finn Balor. It's like a
Yeah, yeah,
lesson
yeah. Finn,
in
Finn, Finn for me as well.
how to be humble. I think that's the match.
That's the match. Okay. And the main Punk versus Reigns.
The Reigns, yeah. But I don't know. I'm a bit
Punk one.
indecisive. I want Reigns to win, but I don't know what's the future after this because Reigns doesn't work on a 100% schedule. Punk is also 47. उसका भी क्या future है? It needs to be determined. But my heart says Reigns, but I don't know what WWE and TKO have in mind. But before we actually like sort of all this, do you think that there's going to be interference in this match? आपको कुछ celebrity interference या कुछ लग
I
रहा
don't
है
know. It's a TKO influence. I've
और
stopped
X
expecting. Yeah, I have stopped expecting things because there are close to no good matches where in the TKO Paul Levesque era where you don't have interference. I think a match can stand on its own. Give these two people in the ring a chance to prove their worth. I I don't know. It's if it's the TKO influence wherein you will have some interference or not. So I don't want it to happen, but
do
I
you
think it will.
Do you also see this pan out now? Just bear with me on this. That do you see the Rock interfering in this one? I'll tell you why. Because 2 years back, there was this whole thing of Rock and Reigns were to go head on at one of the
In the
manias, and then the Road had
yeah,
to finish his story and stuff like that. But perhaps the Rock costs Reigns the title, and then this becomes the build-up to Rock versus Reigns for the next WrestleMania in
next
Saudi.
Mania.
Do
It's
you see
it's a
that?
very far-fetched thought. I'm unsure. It's a
Hmm.
very far-fetched thought, but you never know. I would wait for Raw after Mania for my exact comments on this subject. Think
Right.
it's too soon yet. It's too soon, and I don't know what kind of schedule Rock has for next year in terms of his availability for wrestling because you need to get in shape for wrestling.
That's true.
Contrary to popular beliefs, you need to be in some sort of shape.
Yeah. You need to be in ring shape. Yeah, that's true. So those were our predictions, and that was Amruta. Any parting words, Amruta, before we end this podcast? Is this going to be one of the biggest WrestleManias that you've seen, or how's this going to pan out?
Biggest, it's gonna
One
be
of the biggest.
for me the biggest was one was where you had your Helen Taker retiring. Taker's the last with
The
AJ
COVID
Styles.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it for me. I'm very partial to Taker. If you must noticed
No,
me.
no, 100%. I think I'm also a huge Mark Calloway fan, and I'm sure that he'll be doing something at WrestleMania, either behind the scenes or he'll make an appearance
He's
on
already
the
doing.
in the ring.
He's
What is he
already
up to?
he's taken over the AAA wing for Triple H. So Shawn Michaels is heading NXT. Mark Calloway's heading the AAA wing.
Plus, he's inducting everyone into the Hall of Fame. Huh? He comes and does that
Famous, yeah,
announcement.
that is yeah,
That's
that.
pretty cool. Hmm. So that was Amruta, guys, on another episode on the Rangman Show. Please do tune in for WrestleMania. It's going to be on this coming Sunday and Monday, India time, early in the morning. Do tune in. It's going to be very exciting. And till we bring another guest, this is Pranay Rangra, Amruta signing off. Keep it raw, keep it simple, keep it clean, guys. See you.
Bye.